Battle control initialized.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Red Alert Global League Season 9, Minions, Round 2. In the upper right corner, we have Spetznas84 playing as Russia. And in the lower left corner, we have TTTPPP playing as Ukraine. Let's go to the production tab. T about 3 seconds, about half a second ahead, yeah. And both players coming out with riflemen. There are, of course, 2 oil derricks and 1 communication center on this map. T preparing a flame tower in case of a rush. And looks like he's going to need it. Spetznas coming out with 2 grenadiers in the mix, breaking off of the main force and heading directly towards T's base. T still moving north and splitting his forces south. Perhaps trying to shore up against exactly what's about to happen. Misses those grenadiers, and those grenadiers have a straight line to the base. Spetznas84 going War Factory first. And are they going to fire on the first thing they find? No, they're not. They're both going to get taken out. You always want to go for soft targets if you've only got 2 grenadiers like that. So Spetznas was trying to go after that barracks, but just within line of sight of the base the whole time. And that is going to be a contested oil derrick on the south end. T doing, or rather T3 he wants to go by, right? Going by, he's going to capture the first oil derrick of the game. T also double ref, having 2 harvesters on the field. Spetznas84 at 19 actions per minute to T3's laid back 10. Spetznas with a flak truck moving within range of those rifle soldiers. Unnecessary. But he's going to take them all out before they get anywhere near base. Spetznas hurting for cash, as often happens with the War Factory first build. Both players on 2 harvesters. T with the only oil derrick that's been captured so far. Spetznas unable to move in on that oil derrick. He's scouting around though with his flak truck, looking for pokes on the infantry. Runs right into him. T with a rifleman out in Spetznas' base. Both players on 4 harvesters. T keeping up well with the War Factory first build of Spetznas. Spetznas not yet building an MCV despite having a service depot. And this is still a contested oil derrick down here. T up to 5 harvesters. That oil derrick providing him with a good income advantage at the early game. T is also brewing an army. Sizable force. Up to 6,100 value to Spetznas' 3,000. Both players about even in actions per minute. Then we're going to see Spetznas' MCV about 7 seconds ahead of T's MCV. Spetznas getting ready to move out. Moving out blind, practically. Infantry's leading the way. And that is still a contested oil derrick. T positioning his infantry well. controls that bottom derrick. And that's a sneaky engineer from Triple T. Spetznas84 mining the ore field of Triple T. Spetznas about to drop an economic expansion. Triple T already out with his expansion despite having the MCV out second. Triple T with a sizable infantry force. And out with heavy tanks, an antidote to that flak truck. Spetznas84 coming out with heavy tanks of his own. And there's Spetznas' first expansion. Triple T about to drop a second war factory. He's got 8,900 income and he's using all of it. He's up to 7 harvesters and 1 oil derrick. Both players about even in army value. It looks like Triple T might want that communications center for the line of sight in the center of the map, an important location that we haven't seen used yet. Spetznas is going to try to capture that derrick out from Triple T. It looks like he's going to be able to with that infantry force backing him up. But this is just a massive force that's brewing. We're up to 4 heavy tanks and nearly a dozen rocket troopers. We got flame troopers in the mix as well, but he's got no scouts out front, so he doesn't know what's out there. Heavy tanks leading the way, looking for a weak point. Meeting up with the heavy tank of Spetznas, but that's 4-on-1. Triple T smartly pulling back his damaged heavy tank for repairs. Pokes from the flak, but ineffective. Spetznas pulls his whole army to defend his main. Tanks caught up in a traffic jam, unable to move up front. Triple T puts his tanks up front, providing line of sight, falling to rocket troopers. And pulls back. Spetznas camping out that ore field. Probably getting ready for his second expansion. Triple T makes an aggressive base push towards Spetz's main base. Both players on 7 harvesters, with Spetznas now in control of the only captured derrick. Triple T out with his 3rd war factory. And Triple T about to drop a Tesla coil of his own. Spetznas looking for a flank. He's got the area scouted out pretty well now, thanks to those troops in that mine layer. But this is going to leave his main base vulnerable. And a counter minefield from Spetznas. Heavy tank going down. Looking for a flank, finding nothing but a flame tower. And Spetznas inching his way closer and closer to Triple T's base. Spetznas attacking and unable to break through. MCV being pulled just at the last second, escaping about 20% health. And those riflemen aren't going to do a whole hell of a lot to Triple T's. More of a scouting party. More of a distraction party. Triple T moving out his main army onto Spetznas' main base. Taking out that Tesla coil. trading decently well despite the line of sight disadvantage, but he's going to lose that whole army. Spetznas84 now in charge at 4,000 army, or 12,800 army value to Spetznas, or Triple T's 10,000. And Spetznas working his way closer and closer with that mine layer, looking for a flank, and meanwhile harassing with his riflemen. Just a couple of rocket soldiers in that mix would have made quick work out of the harvester. Instead, that harvester is going to survive. Wow. And that MCV falling to nothing but rifle fire, even though, of course, the MCV was only on 20% health, but still, surprisingly, Triple T was distracted. Seriously distracted by that infantry force. And Spetznas making good work with his riflemen. Looking for a flank now on Spetznas looking for a flank now on Triple T's base. He's got the army value advantage. He's also got a distinct income advantage, nearly twice the income. And an aggressive push of that Tesla coil from Triple T. Excuse me, from Spetznas onto Triple T's main base, or rather his first expansion, I'm sorry. Good line of sight provided by the Yak attack plane, tipping off Spetznas to the impending attack from Triple T. Triple T trying to find an angle of meeting a large contingent of rocket soldiers, pulls back trying to retain his army. Both players looking for an angle. But this map is Occupado. Both players strapped for cash. Spetznas moving out his tanks from certain doom, sacking his infantry force, and taking out the MCV of Triple T. That's 2 MCVs that Triple T has lost in this game. That is a lot of money. Spetznas84 up to 9 harvesters, the only captured Derrick at the game. Triple T on 7 harvesters. 8,000 income to nearly 5,000 income. Spetznas84 once again producing on 5 different queues, using up all the cash he's got. And an eco raid by those Yak attack planes. They're going to take it out right on top of the Derrick. Or a refinery, rather. Triple T finds a weak point, pushes through, moves in and takes out a harvester of Spetznas, bringing him back down to 10. Now 9. Now 8. Spetznas just concentrating on his attack on Triple T's main base, not realizing that his harvesters are under attack. Triple T finds his opportunity and decides to push right through the whole base, rolling through with those tanks to the other side. The vulnerable underbelly of Spetznas' second expansion. Spetznas retains his army, moves in on Triple T's main base once again. Meanwhile, moving north into that ore patch. The infantry with rocket soldiers mixed in, able to take out that barracks, and some major eco harassment. Triple T down to 5 harvesters, 0 derricks still, and Triple T has got a big flank. That is 5 heavy tanks moving in towards Spetznas' main base And these flame troopers are having a field day over here, being reinforced. Missed an opportunity there to take out that ore truck. This is very well the beginning of the end here for Triple T. Spetznas with nearly 30,000 army value to Triple T's 10,000. Both those ore trucks of Triple T going down. Well, one of them goes down. The other one makes it home safe. Triple T loses build radius on his main. And this is going to be a good game soon. Triple T calling it good game at 1547. 693 to 410. Let's go to the eco graph. So, Triple T, if I'm not mistaken, going double ref and also capturing that oil derrick early in the game, giving him a distinct advantage all the way up until about minute 3.5. Maintains his advantage and really gives Spetznas a run for it. But Spetznas just finding defensible positions, working the edges of the map a little bit better than Triple T, retaining his army and able to move in on Triple T's main and take out a lot of his harvesters. Stays ahead in the number of harvesters from about minute 8.5 until the end of the game. Let's go over to the army graph. Triple T again with an early game advantage all the way up until minute 10. Spetznas just trading well and choosing his battles well. These dual Tesla coils did a lot for him. And this minefield came into play a little bit, took out some stuff, but again, Spetznas just working the edge of the map and able to really protect those ore fields and convert his cash into bullets, moving in at an opportune time. Good line of sight usage that we've seen so far from Spetznas84. Likes to use those Yak attack planes, but doesn't overcommit to them and doesn't get wasteful. So that's both games. No, negative. That's the first game going to Spetznas84. Moving on to game number 2.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Red Alert Global League, excuse me. Season 9 Minions Round 2. We got Spetznas and Triple T in their second game. Same map, but now it's a Russian mirror map. Yes, it is the same map. Is that allowed? I don't see why not. I really don't see why not. Spetznas84 ahead. I don't know, guys. Just play the game already. I'm pretty sure it's allowed. I don't see why not. Anyway, Spetznas84 winning game number 1. We'll see if you can pull it off again. Oh, geez. Alright, we're going to be sitting here for a little while. Anyway, Red Alert Global League Season 9 Minions Round 2 being brought to you by BioMechaMan. Check me out on YouTube. You already know that, though. Of course, you're watching. Give me a like and a subscribe. I notice a lot of views on the videos, but not a lot of likes. I really appreciate those likes. I just like to know that you guys appreciate me. If you haven't already checked him out, I mean, you gotta check out 5 Aces. So head over to 5 Aces channel. He casts the Masters player. These, of course, are the Little League. Not the Little League, but the minor leagues, shall we say. Top 3 players of Minions get invited to go to Masters next season. And the bottom 3 Masters players relegated to Minions will have to fight their way back up. Spetznas and Triple T still checking the rules. This game was posted and the scores were approved, so I think we're going to get back into it. I might just edit this part right out. Game paused at 16 seconds. Last game going to Spetznas84. Now with a Russia mirror match. Hey, I got a joke for you. Where did the general keep his armies? Up his sleeveys. Spetznas and Triple T still checking the rules. 2 oil derricks on this map, the same map that we saw last time. They're checking to see if that's allowed. And let me ask you a question now. What's your favorite song from Red Alert? Red Alert, of course, with the brilliant soundtrack from Westwood Studios. Frank Kripacki, I think his name. Kripacki? I can't quite remember that. But anyway, he's got a great video on YouTube where he's playing the song Hell March live. And he's got this really awesome guitar. Me being a guitar player myself, I love the guitar riffs and the music work from Red Alert. I used to have that audio CD. It came with the original game. The original Red Alert being put out in 1994, Westwood Studios. And this, of course, OpenRA, the faithful recreation and rebalancing of the original game. Boy, these guys are taking a while here. Alright, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to hit fast forward here until they do something. Alright, they're back. 2, 1. How polite. Oh my god. This is comical, people. Red Alert Global League Season 9 Minions Round 2. Second game between Spetznas and Triple P. Spetznas84 about 2 seconds ahead. We'll see what their production goes to. Spetznas maintaining a 2-second advantage. Comes out with the Rifleman. Going north. Players at least traded positions. Didn't they? No, they're in the same position as they were last game. Both players heading north to contest that northern oil derrick. Spetznas is going to get there first. And Spetznas is going War Factory first. Both players going War Factory first. And Spetznas finds a stationary position. Both players about even in actions per minute. We've seen as much as 60 or even 75 actions per minute from some of the players, but as other players have shown us, actions per minute do not necessarily equate to wins. Triple T changes course and heads south, bringing his engineer along to capture that southern oil derrick. Spetznas with the first oil derrick capture of the game is going to come out with a flak truck first. Triple T is going to eco up. Massive eco scaling from the War Factory first build. If you can get through the first couple minutes of the game, you've really got it made. But of course, both players following that tack. Spetznas84 about 13 seconds behind in the production of his second harvester. Triple T strapped for cash, eco stalling on 2 harvesters with 0 derricks, about to capture his first derrick, being chased off. And Spetznas puts his harvester on hold. He's going to get his refinery out. Spetznas also out with the flak truck harassing. And I think he may have... Yes, he took out Triple T's Engie. Triple T is going to be about 3 seconds ahead in the deployment of his service depot. Triple T now on 4 harvesters, building a harvester first before his flak truck. However, losing his engineer. Both players on 4 harvesters. Triple T is going to come out second with a MCV, not capitalizing on his advantage in the deployment of his service depot. Spetznas84, 21.5 actions per minute. Triple T, 19.20 actions per minute. Triple T is scoping out the map. Spetznas84 using riflemen to do so. Neither player with great map awareness at this point. I think they're both afraid of each other's flak trucks. We'll see if Spetz moves in too close with that flak truck again. He's been known to do that the last couple of games we've seen from him. Pulls it up. Just perfect. Takes a couple of rocket shots, and he's going to fall back. But now we've got some flak-on-flak action. The flak truck of Spetznas84 going down to the flak truck of Triple T, Triple P. Spetznas comes out with a mine layer early on in the game. And, of course, both players out now with their first MCV. Spetznas is going to be dropping an eco expansion. Triple T sitting on his refinery there. It might do well to put it back at base right about here so we can pull up a little bit closer, micro those harvesters to just take out that line of ore right there to have a little bit better positioning. But he's going to go for an eco expansion sitting on that refinery for a few seconds while his MCV moves out. Spetznas84 mining the expansion point of Triple T. Not a very aggressive mine layer as we've seen from some other players who would want to just get it right in there. Triple T with a little bit of an advantage in army value, but moving towards the center of the map, not as defensible of a position as Spetznas has chosen. Spetznas trying to recreate the results of last game, moving in with riflemen and flame troopers. They're going to trade pretty well into this. Oh, he goes low power, deploying that Tesla coil. That was honestly, that wasn't very good positioning with this mobile flak. He had the ability to take out those troops, but Triple T positioning his tank much better, just putting it right in the face of those flame troopers. Flame troopers not very effective against heavy armor. And Spetznas still harassing with that flak truck. Spetznas going for an eco snipe. Triple T amassing his forces in the center of the field, far away from the action. Triple T pulls his harvester back, and Spetznas is going to move up with that MCV. Spetznas about to go radar tech. 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Triple T about to come out with his second war factory. We've seen this before from him. If he doesn't have the eco to support that, really there's no point. So all that's going to let you do is produce tanks faster. He's already up to 5 barracks. Spetznas on 6 barracks. Triple T looking for a weak point. Not really finding one. And Triple T's first expansion, second expansion MCV. No, that's his main MCV. Falling to the flak truck. Triple T doesn't have build radius, and his army is completely surrounded. Doesn't have build radius on his main base. His army is surrounded, but trading well. Line of sight advantage from the structures he has in place, despite not having build radius. Both players playing as Soviets, unable to put mechanics on the field to rescue that husk. And a distinct income advantage from Triple T, Triple P. Both players on 8 harvesters, 1 derrick. Looks like Spetznas might be ready to deploy his second expansion. Triple T takes out a ore truck and escapes with his whole army intact. Great retention. Nearly 5,000 more army value than Spetznas. More income. Triple T finding a weak point. Still mining that ore field. That ore field is totally off limits now. Spetznas takes out a war factory, pulls back, loses that V2 rocket launcher, retains 3 tanks. Oh, no, he doesn't retain those 3 tanks. 2 of those tanks, one of those tanks going down. Should have pulled him back just a little bit further. We've seen this quite a few times from Spetznas, this dual Tesla coil. The only thing better than 1 Tesla coil being 2 Tesla coils, of course. Triple T out with his second MCV of the game. Spetznas sitting on his second war factory, just deploying it now in a forward position. Triple T's army following his harvesters out. Decent hit from the V2. Moves out his MCV. Pulls back. Triple T retaining his army well, smartly improving from last game. However, taking the center of the map, I still don't like that position, but you can just get flanked on either side. That's what I don't like about it. Idle harvester from Spetznas84 right there. And a full harvester to boot. Spetznas looking for an angle, securing that ore field. Triple T still on his first expansion. Both players strapped for cash. Triple T now about 2,000 behind in income on 8 harvesters to Spetznas' 10. And Triple T is going for the mined up ore field. That is 1, 2. Loses that harvester immediately. And we got a thief on the way from Triple T. Who knows what he's going to do with that? Is he going to steal an ore truck? How's he going to get past all these riflemen? Ah, a clue, Sherlock. Triple T sees that mine layer headed south, says, maybe that's why I lost that ore truck. Spetznas84 moving in with these V2 rocket launchers. Who knows what he's going to do with that? That thief didn't get far, did he? An attack on main from Triple P, or rather, attack on Triple P's main from Spetznas, moving in with that MCV, deploys it, and he's going to drop a flame tower at the opportune moment. Drops the flame tower, trades well. Trading well with the line of sight advantage, getting surrounded. Flame tower going to work. But he's going to have to move that MCV. Spetznas not pulling that MCV in time. Triple T not taking advantage. Firing on the MCV. Takes it out. And those V2s are going to town on Triple T's main base. More harvesters being transferred. And a good attack on Spetznas' economy from Triple T. Triple T is still trailing behind in income decisively by nearly 8,000. Probably bad positioning for that Tesla coil. That's a waste of money, putting it right in the middle of a bunch of rocket troopers like that. Oh, that's going to be a devastating attack on Spetznas' economy. Down to 8 harvesters. Pulls the harvesters. Comes out with a new MCV, deploys it, now he's got build radius again. Triple T senses his opportunity, but just not retaining his army well. Trying to find that, yep. So we got a heavy tank from Triple T harassing that oil derrick of Spetznas. Triple T out with a mine layer, not doing anything to stop his ore trucks from being destroyed. All the way down to 5 ore trucks now. And that heavy tank is able to take out Spetznas' oil refinery there. Spetznas84 trying to find a snipe on the eco of Triple T. He knows those ore trucks are going to be pushed to the center of the map. Triple T forced to pull those ore trucks. He's strapped for cash. Unable to produce. Trying to produce on 4 different queues at once. Spetznas84 about to come out with another MCV. Still retains his original. Still has his second MCV that he's built. And again, the calm before the storm. Spetznas moving in with those flak trucks, taking out the V2 rocket launcher of Spetznas, moving in on the service depot. Trades well. But those heavy tanks are going to push right through and take out that V2 rocket launcher. Spetznas84 successful in his mission. Tries to pull back, but that's not going to happen. Triple T about to be attacked by Spetznas on the southern flank. And he doesn't have the power to power back up that Tesla coil there. Unless he powers one more down, he powers it up. Goes low power, powers down a different Tesla coil. But that Tesla is not going to do a whole heck of a lot there. He may even lose his MCV. He's not... Well, Spetznas is going for the refinery. Triple T pulls back that MCV. Triple T moves in with flamers. Trading well. That aircraft giving Triple T excellent line of sight, picking up a Q from Spetznas last game. Spetznas84 moving out his harvesters to some location on the map. We got a mammoth tank out. I don't know why Spetznas doesn't just mine this. That's a little confusing to me. Spetznas84 showing just how few troops it takes to take out a Tesla coil. A spy plane inbound. Spetznas84 nearly doubling the income of Triple T with 11 harvesters, coming out with more mammoths. And also coming out with more aircraft. Power drop from Triple T. Going to be dealt with swiftly from that mammoth tank. Spetznas leading in actions per minute. leading in income, leading in army value. Triple T, despite that, using his forces well. And it's kind of funny that I mean, where is Spetznas' army? He's got 19,000 to 7,000, and it's just not that apparent. It's all back here. These mammoth tanks just sitting there. He knows he's got control of the map. He's holding those in his back pocket, ready to deploy them at the opportune moment. 9 harvesters to 5. Triple T with the only control of the only remaining oil derrick on the map. Triple T trying to contest that ore field while 2 mammoth tanks move south toward his main base, totally unprotected. If they can get in those eco lines, it is completely over. And that's bad positioning from Spetznas. He should really just push on through. Concentrates on the MCV, kills it. No strafes from the Yak attack planes. That would have been an opportune moment. Could have saved that heavy tank. And knock knock. Who's there? Mammoth. Mammoth who? Kaboom. And rally point from that Backline's War Factory. Not doing anything to save those harvesters. Triple T pulls the harvesters. Harvesters faster than the mammoth tanks. Pulls the whole army to deal with these mammoths. I think these mammoths are going to go down. Heavy tanks actually make a good counter for mammoths. They're faster, they're more maneuverable, they're less expensive. That's the first mammoth down. That's the second mammoth down. Spetznas moving in on Triple T's first expansion with flamers, mammoths, and Yak attack planes. And Spetznas is corralled. Great line of sight from that Yak attack plane. Spetznas84 with a smaller force trading very well. Just totally decimating the army of Triple T. Spetznas up to 24,000 army value. Triple T completely strapped for cash. Triple T calling it good game at 21 minutes and 8 seconds. 930 to 877. Let's go to the eco graph. Unable to see the very beginning of the map, Spetznas84 with the first capture of an oil derrick for this game. Gets an advantage, holds on to his advantage, and you can see that Triple T nearly had it at minute 12. But just retaining his army very well from minute 8 until minute 12 and a half. And then decidedly not retaining his army, making the same mistakes as last time, and just totally wasting his army, giving Spetznas the opportunity to move up to tier 3 tech, which was questionable, to be totally honest. I mean, the mammoth tanks are good, but you know, he's got shock troopers back here, didn't really use those. He's got a couple of mammoth tanks that were sitting up here that could have moved in a lot sooner. But both games going to Spetznas84. Red Alert Global League, Season 9, Minions, Round 2.
Battle control terminated.